edge layer strongly attacks and affects the cloud layer. We have been saying for some time that the edge layer strongly attacks and affects the cloud layer. We are not saying that the cloud will lose its relevance. We are saying that the real IoT ecosystem will be less and less dependent on the cloud, and in fact the IoT ecosystem architectures depend to a large extent on the potential to find an effective ratio between edge and cloud computing. Smart City IoT projects hamper the inability and unpreparedness of IoT systems to create effective edge and cloud interconnections and interoperability at the edge layer level. Properly designed state-of-the-art technology must allow for interoperability at the edge layer level and integrate and accept existing deployment systems that have so far been ignored. Big players, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, trying to eliminate handicap and unpreparedness for interoperability and data orchestration functionality by claiming to provide the same. No, they do not provide. Their discussion of interoperability talks about cloud interoperability. This is really a mistake and a very difficult problem where AWS, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure have great headaches and struggles on the cloud layer. They still hope that 5G will help them, but even 20G will not help them. They have to find an effective ratio between edge and cloud computing, which will be in the ratio of 80% versus 20%. Although we see that today, it is rather the opposite, as the edge layer in principle does not exist. Interoperability powered by edge computing on the edge layer with a short loop of effective IoT architecture of edge. Edge strongly attacks the cloud layer, however, we do not mean that cloud will lose its significant relevance. They understand that they have to integrate multiple platforms. The API is talked about, but the API will not be a solution in this case. It is simply unsustainable and impractical. On paper, it looks great for them to connect several platforms via API, and then possibly connected to some ESB via microservices, but all of them have forgotten and underestimated. For them in the beginning, I did not need, but today their nightmare, which is called the edge layer. It will be very dependent on networks and connectivity, but they are still not able to handle the marginal interoperability problem. There is a lot of communication network dependence on them. They are still focusing on the cloud, which was understandable, and have invested billions in developing and now looking for effective edge partners all around, and here is our best chance. We have an excellent edge layer, open system just based on standards, and our IT-OT convergence is homogeneous, as well having a lot seamless technologies and edge layer and cloud agnostic IoT system. Our partnership with many SW companies brings a lot of synergies, and we could help them solve this big problem, and it is a great technology and business opportunity for us as well. Need more info? Contact us. City Sis.